maybe when people are learning the language, but that's not necessarily the context. And you want to know, well, why does this happen? So, say in English, you know, the familiar question, well, why do you have a different basic tense for mental process, mental and relational versus material? Now, what interests me is, what do we consider to be an answer to that kind of question? And it does relate very much to the functional concept, I think, where we have to look at it in terms of functional configurations, let's say, in that situation, in that context, but also in relation to other phenomena around it, which may be look quite different, but are in fact part of the same general picture. Yeah. And I wonder whether you would also see that in relation to Spanish. You're building up a kind of profile, what the Prague scholars call the characterology of a language, which will show its distinctness, not in terms of just one feature, which is not very interesting, but because there is some kind of configurative rapport, if you like, in Wolf's terms, corresponding to that, which is unique to that particular language.
Yes, thank you. This is a good question because for me this has been, as I said, I guess at the beginning, it's starting a process of really trying to understand what a functional grammar means when you look at different languages, what are the underlying principles in order to provide a stronger, or in order to make the most of the explanatory power of the theory. But also I see this as a project that is, for me, it's just starting, but that it's a bigger enterprise, and I think that as we actually are able to use Spanish in this way and try it in different contexts and for different purposes, trying to solve different questions as well, different functional questions, we will be able to come up with a good description that is something that not just one person can do, I think. I mean, I'm just approaching it, and I'm hoping that just as it happened in English, you sorted all of these things out over a number of years, and necessarily in relation to the kind of questions that were arising that you needed this grammar for. So yeah, it's not a very good answer, it's too general probably, but this is how I see it within the framework of a more general enterprise involving more people, and so this is just like a starting point, really.